talk to Lieutenant Linkletter. Well, and before we do that, we're going to do a little options here. We're going to turn up the overall volume a little bit. Turn up turn up all of the volume just a little bit. Turn up the voice volume a bit. We're going to load keybinds. We're going to load our UI. And guess what? Here we are. So this is the intro. We are on the Neverwinter outskirts. There's the city up there. There's the Moonstone Mask. We've got to pick up our gear. I'm going to take all. Now we have to open our inventory. And we've got a Neverwinter's recruit reward. Well, we got a health stone. Also got a shield, a mace, and a piece of armor. So she's now going to go over here, and we got to use our at-will powers. Now we're going to use our encounter powers. And we're going to do a flight through the forest. And what we're going to try and do here is, and the Paladin is not a DPS toon. Paladin is a tank and a healer, depending on which loadout you go with. Oh, a little shield bash. And this is Taryn Bluebain. She is another member of the Bluebain family. And this is the bad thing about fields where there are necromancers around. Because anybody that falls dead on the field, if they're not consecrated and their soul sent where they're supposed to be, they raise as the undead. And you have to put them back down. And that is, she is Paladin of Tyr. Okay. This is an Neverwinter incentive toon. Current event going on that will give you incentive for leveling 2 toons. This is the second toon that I have been leveling. This is my third Paladin overall on this account. Damn zombies. Getting in there. This is where we fought our way through the forest. Now we're going to talk to Makos. He says we look capable. He's preparing to push forward. So he's going to lead me up on the wall. And here comes the Dracolich, raised up by Valendra. This is Valendra's assault on Neverwinter. She's a recurring enemy here. I'm not a big fan of Makos. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Makos. Anytime you see a campfire, always go into the campfire. You'll hear me say that Time and again. He's going to bring down a shield. And I've got to protect him while he is doing this to the Dracolich. And sending its soul on. "26 seconds left before he can do what he needs to do. Until then, we do what we need to do. That includes stunning them. And off we go. On through. Well, Makos will just run right on through here. But now, we tried our best, Celeste. That rhymed. Okay, so what we're going to do now is pop in here. This is the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. It used to be Wilford that was with you here. Now it's Makos. Poor Wilford met an untimely end. Tank is probably, or well, not just a tank, but Paladin is probably one of the harder classes to play, especially at low levels through the leveling process, because you don't have a lot of combat options. You have to a lot of times rely on builds that require you to have a companion out. Now at higher levels, my other two paladins, Jameis and Matodo, Jameis being actually this one's father. Jameis and Matodo are they rely on augments. Specifically, both of them, for the most part, use the cat. Until such time as they need an active companion out, and it depends on whether it's a single target or multi-target. But she's not doing bad, considering. Well, you know, the one way to stop the Red Wizard is to stun him, so he can't bring up any more undead to help him. Oh. another thing. Keep him from running over you. Stun him right there. Unless he stuns you. Okay. There's always a little chest over here too for those that... Along the city walls. Look at that ocean. We are along the Sword Coast after all. And that would be Valindra, the big baddie of the first earliest part of the game. Always remember to get your shield up whenever he goes to swing at you. Help you take those hits. I don't think there's anything you can find over in here. Pretty much got that fortified where you can't get across it.
I believe I'm in your debt.
Now we're going to go to Protector's Enclave for the first time. It's the Hall of Justice up there behind it. Statue of Lord Neverwinter. And Adventures Guild. We'll just go right on over in here. We'll talk to him. We finished the siege, so we got a pair of gloves. Tyrion, Justaean, Master of Illusion. Some of these are legacy things. We learned the basics of training now, but we have to talk to the mount merchant and see what kind of mounts we've got here. We'll get a Waterdeep mount. Let's see here. We've already got 2 Neverwinter incentives. Here comes the opening of the next box. And we got an embroidered bag of holding. That'll increase our storage space a little bit. We'll put the squire's gloves on. We'll equip the horse. So we've done that. Now we have to go into the combat training room. And we have to talk to Corbin. Instructor Corbin is the battle master here for Neverwinter. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Use the shift to block. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Yeah, what he's talking about is keeping an eye on this stamina bar here. Strike with combat advantage. That's striking with from behind. Now, class mechanic. At the moment, that's channeling divinity. Now we're going to look at firing the mount power. And then the next thing is it'll fill up our daily bar with action points. And we'll do that. That's firing the daily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice, easy thing. If you haven't, you can always go back to the training room at any point to work on your skills and stuff like that. At least after you've talked to Nox here. Training day is complete. Now what we have is grave news. And he will want us to talk to the Doom Guide out in the Never Death Graveyard. Alright, now, let's see, we have gotten 4 incentive. And that is the new, that's the new Paladin. So we'll see how she goes.